Part 2 of celebrating my 1-year anniversary in Paris, France. Are you a Black woman who wants to move abroad? Are you a Black woman who wants to do more solo travels? This is where we help Black women who want to make the move abroad but don't know how, or solo travel. We motivate, inspire, and uplift. So sis, you are in the right place. Do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way, it's one of the best ways to help me as a Black woman YouTube creator. And y'all, I'm doing this video walking and trying to do this video at the same time, making sure I don't run into nobody. So bear with me, please. As I mentioned, also like, comment, and share this video if you love it. Let me know what you're feeling in the comments. I'm showing you, this is like a walk through my Paris neighborhood. This is one of the reasons why I fell in love with France, right? This is my neighborhood. Just wanted to show you a little bit. But yeah, I am, celebrating my 1-year anniversary of moving to Paris, France. At 48, I left the US, I left Atlanta, Georgia, and moved to the city of my dreams. I have been wanting to move here, since 2018. Last year, I finally went on ahead and made the move. I am at the point to where I just got I'm on my second 1-year visa renewal, so I'm just really, I will be here another year minimum. And so this is my neighborhood. One of the reasons why I'm celebrating moving here is because this move showed me that I can move where I want to move. I can move to the city of my dreams. It was a process, it was a plan. It also showed me that to make this kind of a move, you need help and support. And so Black women especially, sometimes it's hard for us to get the support that we need. It's hard for us to ask for help, right? It's hard for us to ask for help. We, may not want to ask for help, but with this situation, you literally are relying on people outside of yourself. You've got immigration authorities who can control whether you can come to the country or not, in terms of the visa process, in terms of you don't get your visa. There's also the passport controlling people and all that. So you literally have to depend on something else and someone else other than yourself. In my case, I went the route of where I hired an immigration attorney, and I highly recommend it for those of you who are looking at moving abroad. And if you're looking to bop around, that's one thing. But if you're looking to stay put for a while, because if your home country is America, you have up to 90 days in most countries. But if you're looking to bop around, that works out. If you're looking to stay somewhere, set some roots in a little bit, that may not quite work out. So one of the things that I highly recommend, and I'm going to do a separate video on this, is just the immigration process. And I highly recommend getting an immigration attorney, especially depending upon the country you're moving to. Now, some places you may not need that. Mexico, I've heard, is pretty generous with their visa process. So you may not need to get an immigration attorney for Mexico. But places like France, which are known for bureaucracy, countries like Portugal, which is known for bureaucracy. Listen, baby, go ahead and get that attorney, okay? It will be the best money you ever spent. This is how I look at it. And I know people will say, well, I heard such and such didn't need an attorney. I heard they did it themselves. Listen here, I don't know the language here, okay? So that's a big stumbling block for me. I don't know the language. So I'm already coming in at a deficit. Secondly, I feel like, based upon my experiences, again, these are only my experiences, I feel like hiring an attorney is a smart move because it literally does cut down on the bureaucracy. Both times I got my initial visa and I got my renewal quicker. Think about it like this. If you work for the government and you get, now they will probably never tell you they put the attorney applications on top of the stack. But think about it. Everything is pretty much going to be prepared right. And my first visa I got that in like 11 days after submission. On the holiday, I submitted it December 13th December 11th, I believe. By December 24th or so, I had it was ready. So it took me about 11, let's just say 11 to 14 days, much less time than I thought. I was told it would take a month. It took less time. On this go round, for my 1 year visa renewal, I was told that it would take about a month. It took me about 2 weeks or so. And they even had a question. They had me provide more additional documentation in terms of my bank statements. So, I highly recommend getting an immigration attorney because this is what they specialize day in and day out. It will literally be the best money that you have ever spent. And that's how I feel about this. Like, I don't even argue people about this because it is a complex issue. It is not something, they make it confusing and difficult on purpose. It is not something that you can just Google. If you don't want to hire an immigration attorney, I highly recommend going to Facebook groups that, groups that are reliable, that provide good information, and going that route. But I'm telling you, you're going to be dealing with so much information that it gets overwhelming, and it's a lot of stuff coming at you. I feel like, why not just go ahead and hire an attorney to help you deal with the process, and most likely get your application done and processed much quicker than you could on your own. For me, I just have not looked back from hiring an attorney, and I probably will do that for the remainder of my stay here. I'm looking at staying here for at least 4 years. I would love to get the 5-year visa, which will give me a little bit more flexibility and control. So it's something I highly, highly recommend, and you definitely want to, again, hire a good attorney, and a reputable attorney. The one that I use charges half up front and half upon completion. So again, if you are not a good candidate, he or she isn't going to waste their time on you, okay? Because I like the half up front and the half on the back end concept, because I know that if I don't have my stuff together, he or she is not going to have me as a client, because he's not going to get paid if I don't get renewed or get a favorable decision. So that also cuts down on a lot of confusion. So just really make sure you get a good, reputable attorney. The one I have speaks English and French, so communicating with him was not an issue. His office was extremely responsive and communicative. I generally deal with him, not a paralegal or not an assistant for the most part. He's quick to respond if I have any questions. I have not had any issues whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I will leave his name in the description, his name and the link to his services in the description box for those of you who are interested in moving to France. He's a great resource. Again, becomes highly, highly, highly recommended. But again, this move has taught me that Black women, we have to get help out here. It's okay to get help, sis. We don't have to do everything on our own. I refuse. I'm in my soft girl travel era, okay? I'm not ashamed to admit that. In my soft girl travel life era in Paris, living the life of my dreams. I want this for all of my sisters. I want y'all to come on with me. I keep telling people to come visit. I keep trying to get people to come here. And even if you don't want to come here, there's other places you can go. Just go somewhere. We can go to Mexico. We can go to Ghana. We can go wherever you want to go, sis. Malaysia, Cambodia. I mean, you get my drift. We can go some places and do some things. We can get outside of this United States, okay, and make our travel dreams and travel lives happen. So again, celebrating my 1 year anniversary here in Paris, France, in the lovely Paris, France. It is cold. It is a beautiful day. Can y'all see that sunshine? Like, you might not be able to see it really. I should have probably gone to another street so you can really see it. The buildings are kind of high here, but I will take it. People do not move to Paris for the weather. It is cold here. It is a rainy, wet cold. And I am enjoying the sunshine on this cold but sunshiny day. Make sure you guys subscribe. And hit like, comment, or share this video. Let me know in the comments where you plan to move or where you plan to travel to.